Hi and welcome to Matrix42's Mobile Device Management and Citrix Virtual Desktop Integration demonstration. We're going to start this presentation by showing you a user's perspective of the world. She's logged in as Ava, console4 being her second name, and this is our service catalog. So she clicks on the catalog and drills into services. You can search, of course. And if we look in the virtual desktop section, we've got several things of interest here. The main ones being mobile device enablement, which is a simple click to add to the cart. And then we also have the virtual desktop provisioning as well. By clicking on mobile device enablement, we simply add it to our shopping cart, and we either check out or continue if we want to order more things. And then if we go back, we have the ability to order a sales bundle workplace, and again if we click on the details, then we get to see some options within that. So we can have a high power, low power with extra software, and we can see that that's when submitted is submitted for the user and not the device. We can see the total costs and what that's likely to cost, and then we can click submit in order to take the order through to the next stage. The next stage doesn't have to be an approval stage, and what we can see here from our perspective as Eva, this is waiting for approval by somebody. We can drill into this if we like, and we can see what it is exactly that's waiting for approval. We can see multiple services need to be approved. If we now log in as Ava's manager, which is Mike Mitchell, then we have the ability to see that he has some approvals that he can take care of. Clicks inside, and he can see a bundle there from Ava which he can either individually or group approve. By approving this bundle, what he's saying is move to the next stage of the workflow, which could be another bundle, could be something else. If we log back on as Ava, what we now see is that the approval's moved on and we're at acceptance, which means the provisioning has occurred. What does that provisioning look like? Well, for the virtual desktop, if we go into our Citrix receiver, can see some stuff that's already been provisioned in the past, and if we click application refresh, then we have the ability to see an updated Windows 7 standard desktop has been provisioned. If we click on that, we can now drill in, and the workstation that we have asked for on virtual desktop is now going to come into life for us via the Active Directory group that we're a member of, and the back-end workflow has obviously been putting that into the right AD group, plus any further provisioning that might be needed. If we go into Internet Explorer, then we can type the Matrix42 website in, and we can see from wow to how right now and the automation that we're doing. Now in the meantime, what we've been getting is a load of emails telling us about how our provisioning and how our order's been going. And what we can see from the mobile device management side is there's a URL here. That URL is quite important, because what we'll now do on our nice, clean, fresh out the box iPad is we will click on, to show the standard settings, make sure that this is a vanilla one. The only thing we've installed here is the Citrix receiver. And of course, if we look on the Citrix receiver, nothing's provisioned. It's as naked as the day it was born. However, go into the settings, and we can have a look at things like the password lock and no password lock. This machine's wide open just as it comes from the factory. If we click on the browser and enter in the URL that was given to us in the email, it's an enrollment URL, and so providing our AD credentials are good, we can log on, give a password, and enroll to the mobile device management solution. What does that do? It installs a profile. And what does that profile do? Well, it set things on our device as defined by corporate IT. In particular, what we're going to do here is we're going to set up various different pieces in order to check that the machine's not been jailbroken, check that the machine hasn't got any software we're not happy with, and straight away it's going to configure the email. So right away we can go into our email and we can see there's new emails coming through. Again, these ones related to our purchase or our order, should I say. And there we are. There's the VDI one. There's the mobile device management emails that we were looking at earlier. So within seconds we've got our email working. Next, nice pop-up there telling us that we've got to set a passcode because that's by IT policy. So I set the minimum password I can get away with, which again is configurable. But we're securing this device now, so we know it's not jailbroken, we know it has a password, it's got email enabled on it. So we're already a step into getting people productive with their own devices. Next, if we look at the email from the virtual desktop, there was an auto provision. And what that does is that allows the Citrix receiver to connect, or tells it what to connect to. We still use our AD credentials to enroll, and then when we go into the Citrix receiver we see the same stuff we saw on our PC. So we can hit our demo console, and when we go into our demo console we're now accessing our Citrix virtual desktop as provisioned by Matrix42 from our mobile device. In this case an iPad, but of course can be Android as well. And so we now log on to that and we can see the website we pulled up earlier, as it's obviously a static session that's held in memory. And we can change the website, and we're interacting with the desktop as you would expect from an iPad type device. So here we are, email is enabled, virtual desktop is enabled, service store is enabled, all on a private user device in, that'd be 6.5 minutes then.